What's up, my fellow traders? Hope you all having an awesome day and hope you all had a great weekend. Let's begin our week with analysis of net gas, gold, silver, crude oil, starting with natural gas. First, let me show you the clip from the last video where we have entered this trade and how the take profit has been hit. And then we can connect the dots from there and what to expect next. I'll be also marking my fib tool right here. For aggressive trader, as you can see, 50% entry has been triggered, or if you're not an aggressive trader, then 382 is also an entry for me. So looking at that, aggressive entry has been triggered here. I'm expecting a move up to 786.1 and then at least till this resistance level, talking about aggressive entry. So that's a good example of aggressive entry that has been triggered. Now we're getting a similar pattern on 4 hour, a major symmetrical triangle pattern here. After that, we have the breakout and now we are getting a retest. Now the price can still push up from here because the retest has been done, and with the retest, as you can see, we had this nice 382 Fibonacci candle, a pin bar or a bullish Fibonacci candle. Now that's a weak signal, but still traders like to see a retest before they enter again. Now we also have a fib levels which is right here, and price already hit the 50% retracement from where we can see a possible push up. So 50% is aligned with the breakout and the retest as well. Perfect. So what a move we have got here out of natural gas. Exactly hit of 50% level and exactly how it hit 1.618 retracement. So that is what we call patience and taking the trades with conditions. No ifs, no buts. Exact entry we had on wheat as well. Right here. Hit of 50% exactly pushed up the entry I've mentioned in the live session. Now, if you learn my strategies, don't forget to get this opportunity to get a discounted price of my course. I'm running a 40% off on a premium plan, a lifetime plan. With that, you get priority group access totally free and my AI bot. So still running, make sure you get it at moneymarkers.uk. So price pushed up and hit the level of resistance. Now, I do my analysis on 3 platforms. The reason is because on some platform we have a resistance, on the other, the resistance is a bit far. Now, I'll tell you why. As you can see here on capital.com, the resistance is right up there, these numbers. And if you look here on Nemex platform, the resistance is right up there, these numbers. And if you look here on MCX, the price is right at the resistance, and on Oana, the price is right at the resistance. I've also mentioned the breakout entry and the retest of this entry. That has also played out perfectly fine. If you have entered at the retest, with the pin bar, that also pushed up, a fib level entry that also nicely pushed up. If you end the trade, your take profit has been hit. Now what I'm expecting next. Now first I'm looking at the correction. Maybe we can get a correction because the price is at the level of resistance. It is a level of significance. If you look in the past, the price has nicely reacted and fallen down from this level multiple times on Oana. Now a fall here might be a fall on the other platform, but that could be just a pullback. That is why I'm looking at this pattern. We are getting a hanging man and a bearish engulfing pattern. Now if we get this bearish engulfer and the candle engulfed the previous candle, including this wick as well, that is a correction signal. It could be a move down and then I'll be going long again. So keep an eye on this bearish engulfing candle. If that turns out to be a bearish engulfer again, that's a very aggressive signal. If you're not an aggressive signal, look for the double top to go short. In that case, you have a double conference, exactly the one we had previously, exactly right here. So keep an eye on these conditions. We are now in the level of resistance on O1. I'm expecting a correction. If that turns out to be a bearish engulfer, again, double top is the strongest entry. We are now overbought and we are getting a divergence as well. And that is why we might see a possible pullback. And once we have a pullback above 50 or 20 EMA, and if we have an engulfing pattern, I'll be simply going long using 1 to 2 ATR for the target. For this candle, for this entry, again, I'll be using an ATR above these highs. So let's see how this goes. Now on Nemex and capital.com, I'm only expecting up pullbacks. Now if you look here, the hit of 50% has happened here and we are still pushing up to 1.618 retracement, but we have a perfect condition on Oana. Here, just look for a solid pullback. Could be a gap fill, might not, but if there's a pullback, I'll be just going long. On this level, we have a resistance level right up there from where I'll be shorting natural gas. But again, looking at the platform on Oana, we might get a possible pullbacks, and that is something I'll be looking for the possible opportunity to go long. That is why if you're trading on Nemex, after the pullback is done, look for a rejection here. The previous support that was broken is right here. There's a high likely chance that price will come back to retest this support and then start to bounce up from here. So I'm not selling, but I'll be looking at the support. I'll be looking at pullback entry bullish for my buy entry condition, but I'm expecting a correction as well from these platforms. And looking here on capital.com, exactly the same condition. The support zone that was broken is right here. These number 4.169 goes to 4.310. We can either get a push up, push down to the support and a possible condition like double bottoms, or aggressive entry like engulfing pattern, or simple engulfing pattern above 50 EMA to go long. So keep an eye on these conditions, and same goes in MCX. A push down is expected to the support that was broken recently, from where I'll be looking to go long. The support zone was sent to the members already if I'm a member in the priority group. Next up we have gold. What a breakout we have here on gold. Two successful trade. If you remember, we have taken this breakout entry. I've already shown you previously that in my last video I've adjusted my zone, and now the zone looks like this. A breakout above an early signal here on 1 hour time frame. If you have entered right here with this breakout, that's enough move to cut your profits. We are now getting a bullish cross. We already got a bullish cross. I'll be only buying, could be a retest of the upper trend line, and then we might see a possible push up. Again, the retest just can be an entry, less aggressive entry, same like we get on NatGas, because we have a retest without an engulfer right here with a pin bar, and that pushed up. Similar we can get here on gold. But if you have engulfing pattern above 50 and 20 EMA with a retest, that is a very solid signal. So I'm only buying gold as of now. Since we are above 50 and 20 EMA, a breakout happened here, and I'm only looking to buy till here. The next resistance, a minor resistance, is right up there, from where I'll be expecting some pullbacks and then possible continuations. Keep an eye on the pullback and bullish engulfing condition. But let me show you the clip from the last video so that we can connect the dot how we entered this trade. Gold has formed this breakout pattern. Now I've just adjusted this pattern again. That's just a discretionary style of trading. Now we have connected lots of rejections here, this low and this low right here. So looking at that, a breakout is something I will be looking at. A breakout above with a solid close will confirm my direction towards the upside, and a breakout below with a solid close will confirm my move right here. I'll be looking for the early signal on 1 hour time frame as well. Now 1 hour is risky because we can see lots of fake outs on 1 hour as well. Nice one. What a move we have got here as well, and a breakout has confirmed the entry on 1 hour. The early breakout happened, and that's a move of 5,900 pips, almost 6,000 pips. No ifs, no buts, clear conditions. Next up we have silver. Silver is pushing up. One more successful trade we have here on silver. Clearly mentioned a head and shoulder pattern. I want to show the clip from the last video so we can connect the dots from there how we entered this trade. Silver has formed a right shoulder, completed a right shoulder, and looking at that, I'm expecting a push up at least to this termination zone right here. So we'll see how that goes. Silver is bullish, means we can see a likely push up out of gold. Gold might be slow, or gold might hit this level, and silver will also push up. The next buy entry will happen above this high and close above this high. That will trigger another bullish move. So we'll see how this goes. Perfect. What a move we have got. Hitting of nice $1.4 move of take profit. What a move we have got here. And if you know the rules, then you know where to enter. And we know where we entered right here. That was mentioned in my Discord group as well. I've confirmed this entry, and that nicely pushed up, hitting the targets of 1. Almost 2 to 1 reward to his ratio. And after that, we have a break. Now, the break itself is an entry, like I mentioned in my last video. A solid break happened right here, and I'm expecting a further push up out of silver. Let's see how it goes, but less aggressive entry is always a pullback and engulfing pattern to simply go long. So we'll see how that goes. I would wait for the pullback entry bullish at this point rather than entering at the break. Let's see how that goes. If you're managing the trade, feel free to manage your trade by moving your stop loss to break even and manage it accordingly to possibly these highs. So I'm still bullish, but pullback entry is something I'll be looking here to enter my trades. Next up, we have crude oil. Nicely rejected from the trend line. We have a bearish engulfing pattern I've mentioned in my last video, and we'll see how that goes. Not my pullback entry signal, but a signal from the trend line. I've not heavily tested crude oil, but right here we have a rejection. Looking at that, I would keep my stop loss above. Make sure you take your trades on your own risk. Shouldn't be taken as any sort of trading advice. Just maybe test this trade and let's see how crude oil performed. As you can see previously, we had a bearish engulfer pin bar nicely pushed down, a push up again, a bearish engulfer nicely pushed down, a push up again, bearish engulfer. We'll see if that breaks below the previous low, and then we can go short again. So we'll see. We have a sell signal on the trend line, and looking at that, an ATR is a target is 52 cents, and we'll see how that goes. So that's it for today's video. Hope you got a value. If yes, hit the like button for me, subscribe if you're new so we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.